Okay, it is Sia with Black Petal Gardening back again. Um, right now, I almost said today. Right now, what we're gonna look at is our plum trees. That's subject verb agreement, everybody. My mother was an English teacher, so she would be horrified if I had improper grammar. We do have, I don't know if you can see that in focus. Here, let me see if I can make that better. There we go. We do have some little nubbies on this particular tree. Not a ton. And last year, this tree actually, this is our Brooks plum. It's the one of the two new ones that we purchased that did have fruit that was edible and got to a point, where we could harvest and enjoy them. They didn't get to sit on the plant as long as they probably should have because the squirrels were getting into um, harvest mode and were stealing them and not being kind in their in how they would attempt to enjoy them. And by that I mean they would take a bite, and then drop it on the ground and then go for more. Now, I don't know, this may be one that kind of outlines what I'm intending to kind of address, because it is definitely much bigger than the ones around it. Well, maybe it's not too bad. It might grow in a normal way. But what I can show you, because we definitely have more of them on here. This is our Santa Rosa, and here's one. Here's a great example. Got this, and oops, it is decided to be very windy all of a sudden. Hopefully you can see that reasonably well. So it's kind of an enlarged pod. I'm going to just pull it off because it's no good. It's wrinkly. It's firm, but it's got kind of a somewhat squishy feel, almost like a hard circus peanut, if you're familiar with those. And from what I've found, I did look it up. It's called a plum pocket, and it's a gall, Gall, something to do with that, some kind of parasite or fungus or something like that. Now, this year, like a fool, I did not spray my trees with the copper stuff. It was extremely rainy, and that is the excuse I used for not doing it. It's absolutely a poor excuse, um, because in reading, it does say if you use your copper, fungicide sprays or whatever it's called, it can reduce the amount of issues that you have with stuff like this. So, unfortunately, this is a tough lesson learned, and hopefully, this is not going to affect a large number of the plums that we have, but it's affected more than it did last year because we didn't have any. So, that is telling me that this is going to be an important step that I'm going to need to take. Now, I am also noticing that these are just getting eaten out of heck, and I'm not sure by what. And for these, it's probably a little too late to figure out what was eating them because I'm not seeing anything that looks like a critter on them. And we can see here, I don't know, that might have been bird poop. Maybe it was a little cocoon thing that something was in. I don't know. Suffice to say that this poor plant is having some issues. And we can see here, or maybe, there we go. We can see here also another no bueno situation. This thing does not want to stay in focus. But at the same time, we do have what looks like some um, good buds interspersed with these stupid galls. So I'm hopeful that this year we will have something that we can harvest and eat from this plant. I'm absolutely gonna have to thin this. It's the leaves, the branches are just all over the place. It's so dense inside here. It really needs to be opened up. Yeah, it's nice that it's so vigorous and healthy, but one, it definitely needs to be opened up, and having these things crisscrossing all over the place is not good for it. I've watched a couple of videos that say, in the summer is a good time to do this so that it's, has plenty of time to dry out. I may wait until the fall. Hopefully that'll still give me enough time after harvest. Oh, there's another one. So disappointing to see that. Because what I want to do is make sure I can harvest as many plums as I can, and I really don't want to sacrifice any of the branches that might have plums on there, and that might be a poor decision on my part, but I think that's the route I'm going to go. I think this is probably a bad one too. So as I see those, I'm just going to pull them off. But anyway, this is really, crisscrossing into here, and this is crisscrossing into there. So that's not good from what I've read. And I'm going to have to do something about that. Make sure that the airflow is suitable, things like that. Oh, look at this guy. Ooh, weird. Okay. Here's another one. So, yeah, it's definitely having an effect. But at the same time, I do have ones that look like they're in good shape, at least for right now. So we'll see what the future brings. Oh my gosh, there's an earwig up in here. Can you see that? I can't see it on the screen. It's right. Where is it? It's right there. Oh, I hate earwigs. They're so gross. Ugh. Spiders, definitely phobia. Earwigs, I don't know that I have a phobia. I just think they're just disgusting. I mean, I don't want them crawling all over me or anything like that, but yeah. So, anyway, I know I'm repeating myself, which is really annoying and boring. But, oh, there's another little bug. You probably can't see it. It's super tiny. I don't know what kind it is. It's a little too far away for me to actually look at it closely. Oh, and there's another one. I don't know if you guys can even see that. I have no idea what kind of bug that is. But the fact that there's two of them on there. And my plant leaves are getting eaten makes me wonder. I hope that wasn't actually like a baby ladybug of some sort. I probably should have taken a picture of it, checked it out, and then decided to dislodge it, but well, there it is. And it is what it is, yeah. Okay, so anyway, a lot of stuff that needs to be pruned on this sucker. I'm going to wait until the fall after harvest has been done. Hopefully sometime in like a September, maybe late August. It'll just kind of depend. I need to check the Santa Rosa to see when it typically fruits out for harvesting purposes. I want to say it's fairly early in the summer, but I could be wrong. I just want to make sure that I'm giving the plant enough time to heal any wounds that are made by clipping the branches off, especially since I'll probably have to do some significant ones, some of these thicker branches, not just the little spindlier ones that are crisscrossing. But I want it to get healed before it gets into the winter and cold and our rain and stuff like that. So, alrighty. Well, here's hoping for a great plum harvest from both of our trees, though I'll be honest, we don't have a huge plan as to exactly what we're going to do with all of those besides the fresh eating aspect. So our freezer may end up with a number of bags of plums again, because we definitely have some from last year's harvest still in there. All right, anyway, I am going to sign off, and we will talk again soon, I am sure. You have a marvelous afternoon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.